Hello, everyone. Raise your coffee cups and join me as we dive into the latest predictions from General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, June 2nd. Because honestly, I am absolutely losing my mind over the pure chaos brewing in Port Charles. It feels like the entire city is sitting on a powder keg waiting for a match to be struck, and the sparks are flying everywhere. My head is spinning from just thinking about the web of lies being woven, and I have to say, the tension in the air is thicker than the humidity in a basement. We are looking at a Tuesday that is going to tear so many loyalties apart, and I am not sure if anyone is going to walk away unscathed. Can you believe we are still watching these characters walk right into the lion's den while thinking they are the ones holding the whip? It is classic, gut-wrenching, top-tier soap perfection that keeps me up at night wondering who is going to be the next to fall. Seriously, is it just me, or does everything in this town feel like a ticking time bomb right now? Let's start with the absolute mess at the PCPD. Lulu is starting to crack under the pressure, and frankly, I am right there with her. She is getting clues that suggest Rocco might not even be kidnapped in the way we all assumed, which opens up a whole new can of worms. And then there is the massive betrayal. She is starting to doubt her own husband. Dante is out there hunting for leads with Elizabeth, but Lulu is sensing a rot from within. When she runs to Carly for advice, it is serious. Carly's warning to her feels like a harbinger of doom. If Lulu finds out that the person she trusts most is playing a double game or hiding something, her world is going to implode. I mean, the drama between them has always been intense, but this feels like a breaking point. Watching these two struggle with their crumbling reality is like watching a car crash in slow motion. And I can't look away, even though I want to scream at the screen for them to just communicate. Moving over to Turning Woods, Nina is trying to play a high-stakes game of chess with Brennan, but oh boy, does she underestimate how ruthless he can be. She thinks she can offer him an escape route from Cullum, but Brennan has zero loyalty left for her. He is looking out for number one, and he is doing it by throwing both Nina and Willow under the bus to secure his own freedom. The audacity to think that he would leverage their secrets just to get off the hook is just so incredibly cold-blooded. It makes me wonder if Nina will ever learn that her impulsive need to fix everything often just makes her the biggest target in the room. Poor Willow is just an innocent bystander being dragged into this nightmare, and it is infuriating to watch these men play with their lives like they are just pieces on a board. If this plan goes through, I honestly fear for what happens to them next. Now, let's talk about Windermere, because Jocelyn is absolutely killing it. She is playing the long game with Pascal, and I am living for her confidence. She is acting like she is totally under his thumb, feeding his ego, but behind his back, she is mining for gold. She is extracting every single detail about Sidwell, and watching that man's hubris lead to his own downfall is just so satisfying. She is clearly the smartest person in that room, and when the tables finally turn, it is going to be a glorious sight. Pascal thinks he has control, but he is walking blindly into a trap. Jocelyn is not just surviving, she is building her own exit strategy while dismantling his empire from the inside out. I am literally cheering for her to make that escape because she has been through way too much to be held captive by a loser like that. Speaking of disasters, the situation at Deception is just tragicomic at this point. Tracy and Brooklyn thought they were going to be the ones to orchestrate a hostile takeover or just scrub Sidwell from the company records, but that man is 3 steps ahead of them. He came in with a business deal that shattered the board's unity, and now Rick is looking at the wreckage realizing they are in deeper than they thought. It is so frustrating to watch these powerful women get blindsided, especially when they usually have such tight control over everything. Sidwell is a wrecking ball in heels, just tearing through their professional lives. It is going to take a miracle or a serious stroke of luck for the Quartermains to reclaim their legacy from him. I really hope they find a way to strike back because seeing them lose their grip on the company is genuinely painful for any longtime fan. And then we have the absolute bombshell that left me jaw dropped, the Sonny and Laura connection. They both realize that Lucas is hiding a massive secret. Why on earth would Lucas be meeting with Sidwell in private for weeks? The idea that he has his own agenda independent of his family is just mind-blowing. It makes you question everything we thought we knew about his character. Is he really that desperate to achieve some personal goal that he would consort with someone as dangerous as Sidwell? Sonny and Laura are right to be suspicious, and frankly, I am questioning his loyalty too. This is not just a little secret. This is a full-blown betrayal of everything the Corinthos and Collins family stand for. It adds a layer of depth to the conflict that I didn't see coming, and now I am obsessed with finding out what his endgame actually is. Finally, the situation at Windermere reaches a boiling point when Cassius realizes Pascal is more of a liability than an asset. Watching the hunter become the hunted is just so dramatic. Cassius isn't messing around. He is cutting off the dead weight, and Pascal is now scrambling to save his own skin after letting Jocelyn get the upper hand. It is pure, chaotic fuel for the fire. Everything is shifting, from the halls of the PCPD to the boardrooms of deception, and the power dynamics are changing with every single tick of the clock. We are seeing alliances break and new dark paths open up. I am honestly worried that the entire city is about to wake up to a completely different reality by the time the sun sets on Tuesday. It is so intense, and my pulse is literally racing just thinking about what is coming next. It is the classic GH formula, but this time, the stakes feel so much more personal and so much more dangerous for everyone involved. We have characters who have been loyal for years, suddenly questioning their own sanity and their own moral compasses. It makes you wonder how much pressure one city can take before it just collapses entirely. The psychological warfare that is being waged by people like Sidwell and the desperate scrambling of characters like Nina and Lulu shows just how fragile their world really is. I cannot wait to see how these stories converge, because they have to, right? There is no way these separate threads don't tangle up into a giant, messy knot that will likely end in heartbreak for at least half of the cast. Just remember, in this town, the only thing more dangerous than an enemy is a secret that refuses to stay buried, and it seems like everyone is currently digging their own graves. If you keep betting on these people to make the smart choice, you are probably going to end up just as disappointed as I am when they inevitably jump right back into the fire. Just try not to get too attached to their moral high ground, because in Port Charles, the floor is lava and nobody wears shoes.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.